We have a verdict, people. Just a few moments ago. Oops, I had changed the thing here. I was watching Broken Baker's live stream with Zachariah Anderson's brother Solomon, and in tears practically over here.
Okay, and then what's the other thing I was going to ask you?
Judge, before they leave, if there are signed forms, we'd like to examine them with the Commonwealth of the bench.
That's fine. Oh, okay. The only other thing I was going to do was talk to everybody about reactions in the courtroom. So I'm going to bring the jury in.
I just
in a
bumped
moment.
it up just to get caught up.
I want to thank all
like
of you for being so respectful throughout this trial. I certainly hope that that continues. You know, if there is a guilty verdict, we will be back another day. Please do not behave in a way that everybody has been really respectful. I appreciate it, and that should continue as the verdict is read. Okay, would you mind to? I told them I would ask somebody to signal them. Thanks.
I look like I've been I've been through a tornado. Let me get some chat up here. So hopefully, I didn't even check to make sure that everybody's where they need, everybody's on where they need to be on.
All rights for the jury.
Okay, good. It's working splendid.
All right, everybody, maybe seated. Who was the foreperson? Thank you. Has the jury been able to reach a verdict in this case? All right, if you could please hand the form to Deputy Mills.
Okay, we're only behind by a minute.
Thank you.
I think we're pretty sure we know what the verdict is going to be, but...
All right, the court will now read the verdict. Verdict Form 1A, murder as to Christopher Jones. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty of murder. Having found the defendant guilty of murder, we found that the murder was intentional.
Okay.
Verdict Form 2A, murder as to Maurice Gordon. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty of murder. Having found the defendant guilty of murder, we found that the murder was intentional. Verdict Form 3A, murder as to Larry Ordway. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty of murder. Having found the defendant guilty of murder, we found that the murder was intentional. Verdict Form 4, tampering with physical evidence. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty. Verdict Form 5, abuse of a corpse as to Maurice Gordon. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty.
Do you know what I mean?
Guys,
this is the bearskin tactical hoodie. I wasn't expecting much to tell you.
I'm ask each of you by just kind of pointing, beginning with the back row and going down.
God, I hope you can hear that.
Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict? Yes. Counsel, can you all approach?
Sorry, I'm going to just rewind that one moment because I turned on my channel and it played on Rumble and it played the...
Going down and then the front. Verdict Form 4, tampering with physical evidence. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty. Verdict Form 5, abuse of a corpse as to Maurice Gordon. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty. Verdict Form 6, abuse of a corpse as to Larry Ordway. We, the jury, found the defendant guilty. I'm now going to ask each of you by just kind of pointing, beginning with the back row and going down and then the front row. Is this your verdict? Is this your verdict?
Oh, that's what she did. Okay.
Counsel, can you all approach?
Well, I can't say that I'm surprised. Now I wonder how long sentencing will take. Now remember, he is not eligible for the death penalty because he is not mentally competent to receive such a sentence, which in my opinion is total hooey. You commit the crime, you're found guilty of the crime, you should receive the punishment. Of course, that's my opinion. I didn't have time to switch the banner to...
All right, so I just kind of want to give you a sort of an idea of what will happen from here. First of all, thank you for your consideration of these matters. In Kentucky, jurors also handle sentencing. And so what we will do next is called the penalty phase of the trial, but we're certainly not going to do that tonight. We have some
It's 9:33 their time.
witnesses who cannot be here until Wednesday, but we also don't want to slow this down too much. As you can tell, we're on track to finish before Christmas, which is good, before the holidays kick in. So what I'm going to have you do is come back tomorrow at 1 p.m.
1
See if we can
p.m.
knock out some of the evidence that we need to get entered. And then Wednesday, I expect will be the day that we conclude, okay? Now, I don't think you will be here too late Wednesday, but there is a chance you could be here after 5. Tomorrow, you'll probably be done by 3:30 or 4. All right, so be back outside the courtroom at 1 p.m. tomorrow. And in the meantime, the admonition remains in effect. You cannot do any research. You cannot post about this case. You cannot discuss it with anyone, including each other when you're not in the deliberation room. So tomorrow morning, I will again ask if there's anything anybody needs to report, okay? Tomorrow afternoon at 1, thank you. Tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. And I believe we'll have somebody walk you all out as well.
So I did notice that on her... So there you have it. I did notice that on her earlier thing about having them walk out. I suppose with a criminal like rapper Rambo here, there is a concern for their safety.
All right, if everybody...
I mean, who knows how big his crew is. So we have guilty of all 6
Stay in the
charges.
courtroom for about 5 minutes.
And again, we're only watching it at a little faster speed because we were behind like a minute.
Now, Mr. Rhodes, you can stay here, go back, whatever you want to do. I just want to give there some breathing space between the jurors and everybody else. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you all.
There he goes. Back to the clink. No freedom for you, pal. Okay, so tomorrow, Tuesday, let's see, it'll be 1 p.m. to like, I think she said 3:30 to 4. And then Wednesday, I think morning, she said. I'm not sure I'll live stream the thing tomorrow. And I'm thinking the sentencing phase. Well, I guess maybe what I could do, I know what I'll do. Okay, so I was just watching The Broken Baker. So in the earlier description, that's it. Now they're going to cut it off. Alrighty. Exit full screen. There you go, pal. Back to the clink for you. I don't know, what's your opinion on the fact that he's not competent enough to receive the death penalty, that he, you know, is part of their state judicial system? I just wanted to show you. So I was on The Broken Baker, had this. I gotta copy and put this in your comments. Where are we over here? Verdict. Oh, hi, Broken Baker. I was just putting this link in the comments. Verdict. All 6 charges. Guilty across the board. Guilty for murder and guilty for... I forget what the 4th charge was with respect to Christopher. But then charges 5 and 6 were abuse of a corpse with respect to the 2 brothers, Maurice and Larry. I mean, we're not surprised by that, I don't think. Aren't you supposed to be sleeping? Isn't it 3 a.m. your time? Oofda. Oofda. So before I let you guys go, this was just a real quick verdict. Like I said, tomorrow, so the sentencing phase begins now, and the jurors are part of the sentencing phase. It sounds 3:37 a.m. Holy moly, oofda. That's pretty late. Although, I go to bed usually at like 7:30, 8 o'clock my time because I get up at like 3:34. I don't know. It's just I wake up when I'm awake and I go to sleep when I'm tired. So like I said, tomorrow is, well, I don't know, because like, not Letitia, Taylor Shabusiness, her trial was kind of the same thing, where it's like the verdict came in, but then like there was a whole 2 days of whatnot. I mean, it was like almost like a second trial. So what I'll do, so tomorrow she said 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till about 3:34. So I think I'll just change the time for that. And then Wednesday she said morning until, I forget, I'm gonna have to rewind. So what I'll do is, if it's kind of a snooze fest for those of you who want to watch that part, what I want to do is I want to go over this Zachariah Anderson case. I've just been transfixed on Broken Baker's live stream for 2 hours. He had, well, I need to add the thing in the link underneath, but in the description underneath. But write that down. He had interviewed Solomon Anderson, which is Zachariah Anderson's brother. Zachariah Anderson was convicted of the murder of his baby mamas. I mean, they were never married, but they had 3 kids together. Of her boyfriend, I want to say Raul, no, it's late. But he was convicted, and I had watched, I think that trial was going on the same time Letitia Stout was, and that was like my very first Crime Spies trial that I covered. So I think I only caught like a little bit of testimony, not enough to really weigh in either way, and I think I tuned in for his verdict reading, I believe. But again, I was kind of like I was busy, so I didn't watch it. And I know there's been a lot of people that have there's that very popular hashtag free Zachariah Anderson. So I just got done watching that. It was incredible. His brother Solomon, and the way he's so well spoken. But this website, I just put in your link, YouTube, and you people over on Rumble. And because this week is Christmas, oh, look at that beautiful Rumble crowd. There's always such wonderful people watching over there, no matter what time of day or night. I put it in your chat too. So, since this week for me, normally I always have Christmas Eve. My kid's dad has them Christmas Eve, and then I always get the kids Christmas Day. But then this year, my family is going out of town. My dad and stepmom always host, but they're going out of town, and so my son is turning 21. And it's a big long story. We're doing Christmas after Christmas, so I actually don't really have a whole lot going on this week now that the Brice Rhodes thing is, petering out here. So I was thinking, on our Crime Spies Road to 500, I think we should watch this trial. The stuff that Solomon was saying in Broken Baker's live stream will, to use the phrase burn your buns, just because it was from Broken Baker, will burn your buns. It is awful. And if you were watching the Brice Rhodes trial with me today between hour 2 and 3 of the like 6-hour live stream, there was a 10-minute break that turned into an hour and 20 minutes, to which all sorts of topics were discussed, one of which was the injustice of our justice system. And this man here is a prime example of that. Unbe-freaking-fracking believable what happened. So this website here that I just put into your chats, respective chats, and I will update after I conclude with you right now. I don't want to waste your time cutting and pasting. This website here is incredible. He was going over, I haven't had a chance to look through it because Broken Baker just finished. But there is cast of characters, timeline. This website, from what I've looked at briefly, is so well organized. It's unbelievable. And you might notice this guy here. He's the judge that was in, I think it's the Kevorkian one we're watching in Murder Church on Publicly Buzzed channel. I think that was him. Or was it Steve Jensen's trial, or Mark Jensen's trial? I can't remember. But he did Rittenhouse, I know that for a fact. So I thought perhaps this week, if you would like, I can live stream this try. I'd like to watch it. Like I said, I got kind of a slow week here for Crime Spies on the family side. If that would be of interest to you. So, like I said, I will update the times for tomorrow as sentencing phase day 6, part 1, and sentencing phase day 7, part 2. And like I said, if there's dead spaces, I think I'd like to go over this. Also, there's another link I saved here. Nope, that's not it. When you're old. Here, there it is. This podcast. Make sure to subscribe to this. I'm going to actually turn it on as soon as I'm done here. This is a new podcast, I think. What does it say? Yeah, look, brand new. December 6 and 15. So I think that's what I'll do. And then I believe one more thing. One of the mods in Broken Baker's, yeah, here. This whole playlist I added, as well as these nail extensions, long and short, today. But Bielhammer Media, he has, oh no, this is the wrongfully convicted video of his. And then, oh, I know, MLS Making Law Simple, he's got the whole trial playlist. I'll just shut up now. This doesn't even make sense to me. Alrighty, people. So, anyway, in a nutshell, tomorrow and Wednesday, we have a little bit more Brice going on with a sentencing phase. And to fill in the dead spots, let's try to shed some light on this injustice that happened to this man here, Zachariah Anderson. Get ourselves caught up and educated on his case, the evidence, the trial, what happened, and get involved in the Free Zachariah Anderson movement. I think that would be very important for all of us to do. Ta-da. Alrighty. Oops. Now you just have like me and my tired face. There. There. Brice Anderson, you are now a convicted serial killer, basically. He's a convicted serial killer. Isn't that what the criteria is? Three strikes, more than two. Serial killer. He's now a convicted serial killer. Like I said, I don't think that we thought that the verdict would come out any different, but still, oops, you can't see that part. I don't think that the verdict is a surprise. He's guilty of all three murders. The first three charges were for murder. The fourth charge, I don't know if it was like impeding an investigation or something. And then charges 5 and 6 were abuse of a corpse. All 6. He's, again, not eligible for the death penalty, apparently, because of his mental capacity, which, if you do the crime, you should do the time. You should receive the sentence according to your state judicial system. I'm going to go to sleep now. And I thank you for this impromptu, quick 20-minute live stream. We'll see you tomorrow, people. And I will update the descriptions as I mentioned. Good night.